No one could handle the furious billionaires, until the Maid twins did the impossible. Marcus Thornfield wasn't just temperamental. He was a walking storm of rage wrapped in a navy blue suit. At 42, the real estate tycoon had cold gray eyes that could freeze anyone mid-sentence. His anger wasn't occasional, it was constant, volcanic, and targeted at everyone around him. He had fired 6 personal doctors in 3 months, not because they were incompetent, but because he couldn't tolerate anyone telling him what to do. When Dr. Stevens suggested stress management, Marcus had hurled a crystal paperweight across the room, missing the doctor's head by inches. "Get out of my house!" Marcus screamed one Tuesday morning, his face twisted with fury. "I don't pay you $600 an hour to lecture me about my lifestyle. Get out before I have you blacklisted from every hospital in this city." Dr. Stevens grabbed his medical bag and fled. The staff had learned to recognize that tone. It meant someone was about to lose their job, their dignity, or both. The moment the door slammed, Marcus gripped his mahogany desk. Another crushing headache exploded behind his eyes like a bomb going off. The room spun violently, his vision blurring at the edges. Terror gripped his chest, but his pride was a fortress he had built over decades. He'd never admit weakness, never admit fear, never admit he was dying. In the kitchen, 2 small, identical sisters scrubbed dishes. Amara and Nia were 8-year-old twins with matching dark hair pulled into ponytails. Both wore black dresses with white aprons and white collars. They were the youngest staff Marcus had ever employed, though employed wasn't quite the right word. Their mother, Grace, was his head housekeeper. 6 months ago, when a severe illness had threatened her life, she begged Marcus to let her daughters stay rather than go to foster care. Marcus agreed, but under brutal conditions. The twins had to work, cleaning and remaining invisible. He fired another doctor, Amara whispered as Marcus's shouting echoed through the hall. Nia nodded. "Mama says he's getting sicker." "I can feel it too," Amara said quietly. "Something bad is growing inside him." Neither twin understood why, but they had always sensed illness in others. When their mother first got sick 2 years ago, they had known before any doctor, and, mysteriously, when they placed their small hands on her and concentrated, they could ease her pain. Their mother had cried the first time. "You're blessed," Grace whispered. "But you must never tell anyone. People won't understand. They might take you away. Promise me." Both girls promised. So now, sensing the wrongness building inside Marcus, they said nothing. That afternoon, at exactly 2:47 p.m., everything changed. Marcus's assistant, Robert, found him collapsed on the green velvet couch, face deathly pale, breathing shallow, eyes rolled back, body rigid. "Call 911, Mr. Thornfield is dying." Staff rushed in, panicking. The butler tried shaking Marcus awake. Nothing worked. Housekeepers cried. Grace ran from upstairs, but her daughters were already pushing through the crowd with eerie determination. "Girls, get back," Grace shouted. But the twins didn't listen. They reached the couch where Marcus lay dying. "Everyone, move back," Amara commanded, her voice carrying authority that made adults obey. Nia knelt and placed her small hand on Marcus's chest, closing her eyes. After a moment, she spoke with certainty. "His heart is beating too slow. About 40 beats a minute. There's a blockage in his brain stopping blood flow. Left side." The adults stared in shock. How could an 8-year-old know that? The butler whispered. Amara knelt opposite, placing both small hands on Marcus's temples. "Nay is right. There's like a dam building pressure inside him. If we don't help now, he'll die before the ambulance arrives." "What are you talking about?" the butler asked, voice shaking. "Please be quiet," Amara said, eyes closed. "We need to concentrate." The twins positioned themselves. Amara's hands on his temples, Nia's on his chest and forehead. They closed their eyes and became perfectly still. The room held its breath as 20 staff members watched these small girls in maid uniforms do something impossible. Warmth began emanating from their hands. Those closest felt actual heat radiating outward. Some claimed they saw a faint golden glow around the twins' fingers. For 2 minutes, the sisters remained motionless, faces peaceful and serene. Then Marcus gasped, taking a huge gulping breath. His eyes flew open. Color flooded his pale face. His body relaxed. His breathing normalized. Everyone jumped backward in shock. Marcus blinked rapidly, confused. His gaze landed on the two small girls kneeling beside him. "Who are you?" he whispered, hoarsely. "What did you do?" Amara smiled gently. "You were dying, Mr. Thornfield. A blood vessel in your brain got blocked. So, we helped you." "Helped me? How?" "We don't completely understand," Nia admitted. "We've always been able to feel what's wrong with people and sometimes help fix it." "That's impossible," Marcus whispered, but without conviction. The crushing headache was gone. The months of dizziness had vanished. His mind felt clearer than it had in years. Paramedics arrived 6 minutes later, but Marcus was sitting upright, fully conscious. Lead paramedic Sandra checked him with growing confusion. "We got a call about a major stroke, but your vitals are perfect." "What happened?" Robert tried explaining about the children and their hands, but it sounded insane. Sandra looked at the twins standing quietly. "Did you perform CPR?" "No, ma'am," Amara said politely. "We helped in our own way." Marcus was taken to the hospital. Doctors ran every test: MRI, CT scans, blood work, neurological exams. The results baffled them. Scans showed evidence of a recent mini-stroke that should have caused major damage. But they also showed something impossible. Marcus's brain had created new blood pathways in minutes, when normally it would take weeks. "I've never seen this," neurologist Drive. Chen told Marcus 3 days later. "Your brain rewired itself instantaneously. Whatever happened before the paramedics arrived saved your life and prevented catastrophic damage." "It was 2 8-year-old twin girls," Marcus said quietly. "They put their hands on me and healed me." "Doctor." Chen looked skeptical. "Trauma can create false memories." "It's not false. 20 witnesses saw it. Those twins did something none of us can explain, but it happened." Marcus returned home Friday evening, deeply shaken. For 3 days, he thought about the 2 8-year-old children who had saved him, and how cruelly he had treated them. He called Grace and the twins to his study. They entered, terrified. "Sit down," Marcus said quietly, voice softer than they had ever heard. The twins looked tiny in the large chairs, their feet not touching the ground. "I need the truth," Marcus said. "All of it." Grace took a shaky breath. "My daughters have a gift. They've had it since they were 4. They can sense illness and sometimes heal. When doctors said I'd die in 3 months, that was 6 months ago. They've been helping me every day. I'm getting better." "We didn't want to tell you," Nia said softly. "Mama said you'd think we were freaks and send us away." Shame washed over Marcus. She was right. "A week ago, I would have done exactly that." "I'm not sending you away," Marcus said, hands shaking. "The hospital said I should be dead or brain damaged, but I'm fine. You didn't just save my life. You gave it back to me." Tears rolled down both twins' cheeks. "But why?" Marcus's voice broke. "I've been cruel to you, made you work like servants when you should have been playing. I didn't even know your names. Why save someone like me?" The twins looked at each other, then back at Marcus. "Because you were dying," Amara said simply. "And we could help," Nia added. "It doesn't matter if someone's mean," Amara continued. "When someone's hurting, you help if you can." Tears streamed down Marcus's face. These 8-year-old children had shown him more grace than he had ever shown anyone in his adult life. The next morning, Marcus called an emergency staff meeting. "I've been terrible," he said simply. "A cruel boss and worse human. 8 days ago, 2 8-year-old children saved my life when no doctor could." He gestured to the twins. "These girls have a gift I can't explain, but more importantly, they have compassion. They saved someone cruel to them because it was right." His voice grew stronger. "Grace, your daughters will no longer work here. They're children. They belong in school. I'm ashamed it took a miracle to see that. I'm enrolling them in the best private school, full scholarship. Grace, you're getting a 50% raise and full medical coverage. Everyone here gets 40% raises, full benefits, reasonable hours. I've been a monster. That ends today." Staff stood stunned. Then an older housekeeper cried. Others applauded. That evening, Marcus found the twins reading in the library. "Can I sit with you?" he asked softly. They nodded. "Does using your gift hurt?" "No," Amara said. "It feels warm, like hugging someone you love." "Can you heal everyone?" "Sometimes it works well. Sometimes only a little. Sometimes people are too sick," Nia said sadly. "We tried helping a bird with a broken wing once. It died anyway. We cried for days." Marcus's throat tightened. Just children carrying an impossible gift. I have an idea, if you're willing, he said. Over the next 3 months, Marcus hired gentle researchers to study the twins' abilities, to understand, not exploit. Scientists discovered the twins could diagnose conditions by touch with 97% accuracy, sensing problems before scans detected them. In acute cases, they could stimulate healing in unexplainable ways. But Marcus ensured the research never overwhelmed them. The twins attended school, made friends, played. Their gift didn't define them. Then Marcus proposed his biggest idea. I want to build a free medical clinic. If you're willing, you could work there 2 hours weekly after school, helping doctors diagnose difficult cases. We'd help lots of people. Nia asked, eyes bright. Yes, but you'll be kids first. School, friends, play, that comes before everything. The twins held hands, smiled, and nodded. The Thornfield Community Health Center opened 9 months later, equipped with state-of-the-art technology, excellent doctors, and affordable care. Twice weekly, Amara and Nia visited for 2 hours. They'd hold patients' hands, close their eyes, and whisper to doctors what they sensed. Tumors found early, heart conditions detected, rare diseases identified. People called them the Angel Twins. Marcus watched one afternoon. Amara held an elderly woman's hand, concentrating. Nia made a sick child laugh while sensing his pain. Grace appeared beside Marcus, healthier than she had been in years. They're remarkable, Marcus said softly. They are, Grace said, but so are you now. They didn't just save my life. They reminded me I had a soul worth saving. A year later, Marcus was unrecognizable from the cruel billionaire he had been. He'd donated millions to medical research and community health, but more importantly, he had learned that the greatest power wasn't money or control. It was compassion.